Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and this is the last video on the Volvo 340, unfortunately. I wanted to take the quick time just to thank everyone that's followed this. I basically, like I say, I set myself a bit of a goal, get it running and driving before Christmas. That's not worked. We're now in February. We found the fault and we got it running and driving. So if you haven't seen the last episode or followed any of this along, please go back and check it all out. This car was completely green. It hadn't run for 25 years, hadn't moved for 25 years. Me, Matt and James have all got it moved. We've got it moving, got it driving, and yeah, unfortunately it needs a carb rebuild, and obviously it needs proper recommissioning on brakes and suspension and stuff. But to be fair, it drives really well when it was driving. So yeah, to keep it idling, keep it nice, it needs a carb rebuild. So that's where we're at now. But I just want to say a quick thank you. It's been fun, and we've got the bug for revivals now, so we are definitely going to be doing them. So why am I making this video? I wanted to make the last video of this car. I wanted it to be just a quick walk around, a recap of what we've done, of what it needs. And I've had quite a few people message me saying, you know, they'd be interested in taking it to the next step. Their uncle had one, their dad had one, my granddad had one. And that's why I bought this one in this colour, because my uncle had one. It reminded me a little bit of his. Something quirky, something a bit different, something to get my teeth into, and it's definitely tested me. It's tested different skills. I've done a lot of research, a lot of people have helped me on forums, so it's been something really different, and it's got me the bug for revivals and stuff. So we have got another one planned, which isn't kind of as buried, but it's got a good history to it, and it is a revival. The car hasn't been on the road for a long time, so there is another car going to be taking the place of this, which I think a lot of you will like. But I wanted to just take the time to quickly walk around this. People can then kind of have a proper view of what's left to do on it, and if you're interested, then I'll obviously sort my details out at the end of this video. But first of all, like I say, let's just take a good walk around and see what's it all about, what needs to be done, and what I think, in my view, it needs to be done for an MOT. So first of all, the camera makes the paintwork look really, really good, but up close, you can see it needs a full respray. On the lower parts of all of the car, it's actually in quite good shape. It's very, very nice and shiny. Paint's good. I mean, if you can go back with this a bit more. It's quite oxidized and stuff, but I wasn't going to ever run with it like that. The reason the bonnet is always propped open, some people have commented, is, let's just get stuck into that. So the bonnet comes up like that. So one reason is we've got our jerry fuel can, but obviously that won't go with the vehicle. And the other reason is the latch is all seized up and it's actually broken. So you can see there, it's completely snapped. The first time we opened it in 25 years, it just let go. Loads of people have spares and stuff, so it literally is like a few quid to fix, or someone will probably donate it if you needed them to. It's all there, nothing's been apart, obviously nothing's been modified, sorry, but we've been doing bits on it. So brand new filter with the car, it's on fitted, oil's done. There is a spare genuine Volvo filter as well that will go with the vehicle, because I'll drop the oil again when it goes on the road. There's a new air filter which comes with the vehicle, and in the engine bay, really, it needs the fuel lines flushing out properly, tank dropping, so you can run from a proper fuel tank. But it's all there, if you know what I mean. It's all there. We just, for purposes of running it off a separate can. It's got a brand new fan belt on it, brand new water pump on it. The water pump, I will note that one of the bolts in it isn't the correct one, so I will put that out there for people. We've done this whole thing to get this vehicle running. We've not done this to make it a road going car. if I was to keep going with this, I would obviously find the correct bolt for it. But there was one that was just so far gone and it snapped, didn't it? So you saw that in the videos, you followed along, but it's held together. But I mean, at the end of the day, it works. It's not doing anything wrong, but it just doesn't look right. So I wanted to point that out. In the engine bay, it needs welding. So right down there, you can see that's all holed all the way along and all the way along there. So it needs a full strip putting in along the bottom of the valance. Radiator actually holds fluid. Pipe work I would replace. I wouldn't try and entertain driving too far with all this, but we've managed to kind of rig it all back together as it was, but I would replace all the piping. I wouldn't entertain driving like that. There's a little bit of corrosion and stuff on the inner wings. Again, it could all be plated, same you can see there. You've seen it in the videos. All the inner wings are solid. In here, it's all lovely shiny red still. Springs, obviously, they're not snapped or anything, but they're a bit corroded. But all in there, that's why I liked it. It's full Volvo undersill still, and really clean and tidy. Moving round to this side, brand new battery will go with it. I'll leave that with the owner so they can get it going and moving it. Again, there's little holes. On the chassis rail, there's a hole you can kind of see there. I'm trying to see it. Move that out of the way. You can see there's a hole there. And if I get under the car, I'll quickly run through this. It's obviously had this fitted. This is all painted and new. These bushings aren't new, but they were absolutely fine to drive the car. And there's new engine mount bushes on it, so they've all been fitted. So there's quite a bit of money being spent there. But where I've had to fit them, I've had to make elongated holes to get to the captive bolts, because obviously they're all completely corroded and gone. So all that really needs is the repair doing above it, and then them holes welding up or bungs in them or whatever you want to do. But you can see they're clean, tidy, new, fresh holes, but they just need tidying up. But yeah, all under here is what it is. Some is, you know, it is tatty, but it's not leaking or anything like that. Quite happy with everything here. It just needs overhauling. Everything's all there, nothing's rotten, like you say, all red and nice and shiny in there. Tyres, obviously completely dry rotted. They're going to need replacing. I think one of the mud flaps is missing, but there's one in the boot of the car. The paintwork, again, it looks nice and shiny here, it really does, but you can see there's dinks on it. It's oxidized and stuff like that, but it's a lovely deep red. I really love the color. So that's all that's really in here. Everything's working. All the front lights work. Bonnet is quite corroded as well. So, but there's people out there breaking these all the time because for some reason they just don't seem to have the same following, which is a crying shame really, because I've really enjoyed owning this car, and I'll be truth be told, I don't think it's going to be the last one I'm going to own. And this really is the one to keep, because it's a one owner from new car. It's got all the original factory dealer number plates. It's got 2 keys with key fobs on them. It's got all the handbooks. It's got all the. It is a really nice car. This, for the sense that it's the one to do to be a collector's car, and I truly think that. I'm not just trying to say it because I'm selling it. This is why it drew me to it. So yeah, it's got all the original number plates with it. It's John Woolwork of Manchester, and if you're into your registration numbers, it's a Stockport registered number, so it's where it's lived all its life. All the headlights are original Hellers, and everything works at the front. We know that, you've seen that in the videos. Grills in good condition. Wheels will just need a refurb with the new tyres. Underneath the car there is obviously corrosion, but that's the jacking point, and all this is just flaking paint that's not actually gone through. The pinch welds, that is flaky paint. The actual seal is there. There's one tiny small hole there, which is weird, but if you've seen the videos, it just needs a good clean under here. It's actually in really good shape, and that needs wire welling back just to see if that needs a repair, because this is all just undersill. Like, it's really thick Volvo undersill, which obviously just needs to be tidied up and sorted, but I don't think you're going to have too much work. All these seals, there's nothing wrong with them all the way along, so I think you're just going to need to tidy everything up under there. Doors, a little bit of corrosion again. Inside the car, it's really nice in here if you've seen the videos. Everything's here, a little bit of a mark on that. Floors, carpets, I want to take them out, hydrovac them properly. It's been very damp in here, but it's all there. Nothing is damaged in here. It's really nice. I'll leave you the nice radio cassettes from the original owner. There's your brand new Volvo filter, original Volvo touch-up pen. In there is a new set of HT leads that didn't get fitted. There is a new old stock proper Bosch air filter, so all of that will come with the vehicle. That's your parcel shelf for the back. I've just laid it in the back for now. Headliner, if you've seen the videos, is mint, really nice. Everything here just needs a good hydrovac. You know, it all works, and you know, radios all come to life. Take these off and paint them, stuff like that. It is what it is. It's been sat. Everything closes nicely. There's no doors dropping. At the back, reverse lights worked. And the rear lights started working, number-plate lights worked, but we couldn't get the hazards to work, or the indicators, unfortunately. In here, this all works nicely. That's your under tray for the front, which I've not really fitted. There's some oil that will come with the car. And you got the Volvo snow mats and stuff like that. There's the mud flap that I was talking about. But it's all there, it's all in there. This works, it opens and closes the boot nicely. But there is that big hole there. And round the back of the number plate, it's gone as well. So this latches down nicely and does actually lock. But if you look there, you've just seen the window. That's not secure, hence why we just tapped a bit of tape on it. It is just the bonding snapped completely on it, but it is corroded, as you can see, all the way around. So it just needs, there's so many of these being broken, just get yourself a boot lid. That's what I suggest. At the back, I've not gone mad into the back looking, but there is some slight corrosion and like bits and pieces need to be dealt with. But again, I really don't think it needs welding, apart from that back panel where the number plate is. But yeah, again, like I say, looking at the paint, it is original. It's never had any paintwork that I can see. It's never been resprayed or anything like that. This is as nature intended it to look for being sat for 25 years. So yeah, this is it really. So let's just jump inside it, probably for one of the last times. Right guys, so I just wanted to take the quick time to run through this car with you. I don't know how I'm going to list it for sale yet. I haven't got into that yet. But I have had quite a few emails, messages on Instagram, stuff like that, saying if you're selling it, please let me know. I'd like to take it on. That is really good for me, because if I had the more time, more space, I would. Obviously, from looking at this video now, you can't see the real reason. I could just keep going with it, which I would love to do. But I've got some cars turning up, got some projects that need moving around. There's cars in there that have been waiting far too long before we even had this workshop, so they need to be pushed to the next step. And unfortunately, for me, financially, this car isn't going to cost a lot really to put on the road. It needs tyres, minor welding and some bits and pieces, but it's more, I can't have them all. I can't keep everything. And I made the mental decision as like, the more time I'm going to spend on this, the less time I'm spending on my Amazon, and that is the brunt of it. It truly is a lovely little car. I'm sure Matt will vouch for it. For what it is, it drives really well. It's not everyone's bag, I get that. It's a quirky little car, but I think if you're looking for a little classic, your first maybe classic, it's perfect for that, because there's very minimal work it needs. It needs minimal welding, minimal like recommissioning, and it'll be a nice little car. The mileage is showing 84,000 if anyone's looking for that. It's been off the road so long, I don't think you can see the previous MOTs on DVLA, but it is active on the DVLA website and stuff like that. But it's just been off the road for so long, so obviously we can deal with all that when we get it all sold. But it's really nice in here. Thank you very much for everyone that's followed. Thank you for all your support. All the people that sent me loads of emails were like, you know, get this, look at that, like that. We wouldn't have got to this without you guys at the end of the day. Like I said, it's unfinished business for the 340, but I've scratched an itch now, and I think that's, if you watch the channel, you know why I do this. It's to scratch them car itches, get the cars I want, get the cars that are needing a bit of help. This car was going to get scrapped, and I saved this from the scrap man. I had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed filming it, and it's time for the next person to enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching. Love to see the progress of it, whoever takes it on. And like I mentioned, thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. There's also a join button to join the channel, and you can support it that way, so we can get cool builds like this again. And there's stickers for sale. There's all sorts in the description below, so please go and check it all out. Also, take the time to look for our sponsors. We've got Minimine for your classic minis. There's a discount code on the screen and in the description, and likewise for Frost. They're exactly the same. They supplied all the cleaning products and stuff for this car, and they deal with all our restorations and stuff. So please go check out both the sponsors while you're there. But I hope to hear from one lucky person, hopefully, that wants to take this car on. Thank you for taking time to watch the video. Catch you next one.
This car is just coming back to life.
That is min. Gotta go.
Moral of the story on this one is check your shaft.